Hi, I'm Barry Corless, Global Product Director for Service Management and DevOps here at Global Knowledge. And I'm in conversation today with Akshay Anand of AXELOS, and we're going to be talking about all about ITIL 4. So Akshay, what do they pay you for at AXELOS? What's your role?
Pay? What do you mean? I need to get my agent on the phone, please. So I'm ambassador for ITSM. My role is to engage with the community, to find out about their concerns, where the market is headed, how ways of working are evolving, represent AXELOS and ITIL at various conferences, partner events, helping partners with putting together small videos like this for your wonderful customers, and so on. That's what I do day to day.
And in your past, have you been an ITIL devotee all the way down the line?
So funnily enough, my very first job started off working for a remedy reseller. But that was more administrative and setting up their offices in New York because they were a small startup. And from that, I had to get my ITIL version 2 foundation training way back in the day. And that that was very interesting. And I said, I want to pursue this a little bit further. So I moved from the sort of administrative operations side over into consulting, pre-sales, and so on. And since then, service management has been my entire career.
Right. Okay. So very, very similar to myself. I started all the way back with ITIL 1 and so on. So from first question, I guess for us is ITIL 4 from AXELOS perspective. Why?
Well, I think ITILs needs to reflect what is best practice in the industry today. We've seen a rapid evolution, not only in technology, but also in the ways of working. Cultural aspects are changing. How people want to approach the management of work is changing. And ITIL needs to be able to reflect this. I mentioned technology evolution. One of the very interesting things about technology evolution is while it might take certain work away from manual labor or human labor, it actually introduces more overheads elsewhere. So I'll give you a case in point. Cloud computing, elastic cloud computing especially, might make capacity management a bit less important for an organization, but it then introduces new challenges in financial management. So service management does not go away, it merely has to shift its focus as technology evolves. And we've seen a rapid proliferation and evolution of technology in the last 10 years, and therefore the best practice literature of service management needs to reflect that.
Yeah, I think I've seen as you have, that we automate a lot of things, particularly as you said with elastic cloud, and capacity management becomes a little bit more automated from that perspective. I mean, I remember the days where you had to count the number of bytes in the programs that you were writing to make sure you didn't fill the memory up. But for certain, building that intelligence into the automation, there's still a massive role for service management. Mm-hmm. So this has been AXELOS's first proper, I would suggest, ITIL update. Obviously, there was the superb ITIL practitioner back in 2016. So how do you think it's gone so far?
I think it's gone really well. We've had an overwhelming response from the community, practitioners, consultants, trainers, thought leaders alike. Since we announced the update back in Fusion in 2017, we've had a lot of people reaching out to us to say they want to be part of the update. They want to give back to ITIL, they want to give back to the community, and I think that that sort of spirit, that sort of enthusiasm is what keeps us going, and what motivates us to make sure that ITIL 4 is the best that it can be.
I mean, certainly from my perspective, the customers of ours that I've talked to, and the partners of ours that I've talked to have been very, very positive about some of the new elements that that ITIL 4 is introducing.
Absolutely. We spend a lot of time researching trends around the world, fact-finding missions, if you will. I was in Japan. Roman and I were in Americas for a while. We did several workshops in Europe. We reached out to people in Asia Pac as well. And we also had people feed us through information from other parts of the world that we couldn't physically go to. So we spent a lot of time trying to understand where service management had gotten to, what the new challenges of service management were, what bits of ITIL v3 were still relevant, still applicable, and what people did not want us to lose as much as they wanted to see new things come through. And we took all that and distilled them down in, across a series of workshops with the lead architect team, some of whom are new to sort of the ITIL development space, some of whom are familiar faces in the ITIL development space. And that's where we came up with the models and the concepts that you now see in the ITIL 4 Foundation book.